kit on the Husqvarna 701 Aurora. So what I'll be doing today, or at least I hope to be doing today, is to get the exhaust manifold changed, because we need to reroute that one so we can fit the rally tank over it. And also get the rally foot pegs on the bike. A bit wider, a bit longer. And on top of that, I'll be probably undressing the whole bike to get all the fairings off, to get it prepped for the rest of the work that we'll be doing. So that's step one. Alright, the time has come to get all of the fairings off, so that means getting the front radiator shrouds off, and the two back fairings off, and possibly also this white little piece. There are some tricks involved in getting these off the bike, and I'll see if I can show some of them to you in detail when we get that far. As you may notice, there is no air box in here. I've actually removed that one ahead of time. Turns out that the front screws are a wee bit longer than the back screws, so just keep that in mind, that the long screws go in front. And there we go, that's it. Apparently these screws are supposed to be used for the windscreen mounting on the rally kit, so we'll keep these in a little Ziploc bag and we'll mark the Ziploc bag accordingly. And there we go. This one is mounted using, I believe if I remember correctly, just one screw, but a bunch of fasteners and clips. So get this screw out. There you go. It takes a little bit of brute forcing. There's probably a bit more elegant way if I would remove this one first. I'll get around to that. But here are the two pegs where it's mounted on, these two lugs, and the screw mounting and the expander clip. 4 screws that I know that I'll be remounting in the exact same place where I found them. I like to usually just put them back in and secure them just a wee bit, so that way I know that I'll always find them when I get back here. It usually takes a little bit more time when mounting and unmounting, but to me it's worth the time. Because it's mounted in a frame lug here. There's this hole where it has a clip entered into it, and you need to get in somehow behind it and just lift the clip out. So the trick here is to find the clip and push it like so in that direction, and then it'll unlock. As you can see, I can move it freely now. So that's the peculiarity about this shroud. Get the clip and push it inwards like so. Okay, so I've released the expansion clip there. I've gotten the frame clip loose here, and I'm about to get it up here. You can see it almost falls into my hands by now, like so. Also good to notice is this retaining clip here on the inside that hooks into the rear tank, like so. And I'll just check to see which screws are involved with this piece of the fairing. I should probably have done this in the reverse order, but yeah, you live and you learn. Getting closer, but not there yet. One, two, three, four, 6 screws for this little piece of plastic, and like 2 screws for the other bigger pieces of plastic. Alright, so that concludes our business regarding the undressing of the bike, so now it's basically as naked as it'll get in terms of fairings. My mission now is to read up on the manual a bit and get cracking on the manifold swap. So basically what we're going to do is we'll get this toolbox out of the way. We're going to get the lambda sensor out of it, or the O2 sensor out of the bike. So I've found the O2 sensor connector. I'm going to get that unplugged, and the zip ties here and here cut as well, so I can get out the cable and harness for the lambda sensor properly. It's time to remove the heat shield. Come to the point where I'm about to remove the exhaust manifold, and consists of a few parts to get done. Basically, the first one is to get the O2 sensor disconnected from its socket right here. As you can see there is the bolt. It's a 13mm nut, and just below it, right there, is the opening for the O2 sensor. So we've got that one unscrewed, 17mm. Pretty heavy baby. I'll show a close up a bit of what we're up to here. I've removed the silencer, so what we're ending up with is this end, and this is the sealing ring that I think we're gonna reuse somehow. So what we've been up to is that we've gotten the bolts out of the way, and the retaining bracket is coming out nicely. And just need to keep track of that spacer in there. Ta-da! I think the first piece of the puzzle here is to get the first part of the manifold hand tightened onto the exhaust port. Copper paste goes onto these nuts as well. So I'm guessing that this bigger bracket is for the pipe interconnection, possibly. And I'm guessing that this here one is used to keep the heat shield in place. So yeah, when looking closer here on this welded on bracket, there's a little screw retaining clip on it. So I'll take that one, move it on to here, and this carrier will be golden, I guess. So what's going on here is that I've put the two manifold pipes together, and this clip that's supposed to compress this one over that one, just can't seem to get it over the thicker part here. And once I open it, and there it opens, I'm getting it over here, trying to put these two parts together is just, it's just not gonna happen the way it is right now. Yep. I'll see if I can figure something out. Alright, so I'm finally beginning to make some progress. The key to it all seems to be two things. The first one being work it through from behind. Start here, continue there, get this bracket mounted onto the frame, and then piece these two pieces together. I haven't tightened it down onto the exhaust port yet. Still haven't figured out this problem. Might end up buying a pipe clamp of my own tomorrow. This just ain't cutting it. The second part is get the stock bash plate out of the way, because with that there's just no way in hell that it would work with the stock bash plate. It doesn't say so in the manual, but toss it, because we're replacing it with a carbon fiber anyway. This is a big jigsaw puzzle in reverse. Patience. Patience. Really, a lot of patience. We've got this plate matching up now neatly with this hole. This one isn't touching anything. I've got this front mounting screw for the heat shield position good. The exhaust seal is even in place. I'm gonna give this a last try and see what I can get at. Most definitely not an elegant solution to the problem. Got the pipes together. Next step will be tightening up the exhaust port nuts and the O2 sensor. Alright, so one last thing that I'm going to do now, keep your fingers crossed, is I'll try to fit the rear fender onto here and see if it still matches up fairly nicely with the heat shield plate. So we've got these two little lugs that should fit into these two. Yeah, seems to match up nicely. I'm a bit exhausted, pun intended. What I've done now, I undressed the whole bike. I've got the new exhaust manifold mounted. That's it for today. Good night.